5 kilometers from the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant, the final checkpoint. Only authorized vehicles are allowed past this point. Arriving at the plant, the first thing we see are the huge water tanks that hold the toxic water that's been used to keep the reactors cool.
We're actually inside the plant now, and where we're off to is to get the hazmat suits and the protection before we go into the more contaminated areas. So here you can see all the journalists getting ready. This is effectively what the workers have to go through every single day.
There are strict rules about what we can and can't film. But this is the part of the plant TEPCO wants us to show, Reactor 4.
You can't get much closer to the heart of the Fukushima disaster than this. This is why TEPCO has brought us here. We are in the Reactor 4 building, the building that suffered that hydrogen blast in the days after the disaster, and this is the cooling pool. Inside there are 1,500 spent fuel rods, and what the company's doing over the coming days is to remove those fuel rods to a more stable location, they say. They insist it is a routine operation. They've done it many times before.
To remove it,
the fuel rods will be removed and transferred to a pool 100 metres from the damaged reactor building, an operation TEPCO is calling a milestone in the recovery effort. Officials say they do not believe the fuel rods were damaged by debris falling into the pool after the explosion, but they won't know for sure until the operation begins. The large pieces of debris have been removed from the pool, the plant chief tells us. We used an underwater vacuum cleaner to move the smaller pieces, but there may be tiny pieces left. Nearby we're shown the water storage tanks up close. Recent leaks have made the issue of contaminated water one of TEPCO's immediate concerns. These tanks can hold a total of 400,000 tonnes of water. 370,000 tonnes of space have already been used. In this building, the effort to process the toxic water to remove some of the radioactive elements is ongoing. And on the ocean front, barriers are being built to protect the plant from another tsunami and to stop an estimated 300 tonnes of toxic groundwater seeping into the Pacific Ocean every day.
These yellow and pink tags that you can see mark where this barrier is. It's effectively liquid cement that they have injected all the way along here to try and keep the contaminated groundwater within the power plant itself and not seeping into the Pacific.
Stopgap measures continue in tandem with the delicate but essential operation at Reactor 4, a key step in the effort to stabilise the plant. Paula Hancock's CNN inside the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant.